How to make a successful guild in an MMORPG. I would really like to know that because I want to start my own guild. That would be so cool.
World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy, Star Wars, The Old Republic, SWG, it doesn't matter. You have finally decided to try your hand at being a guild leader in an MMORPG.
It's a big responsibility.
Your very first guild.
Yeah, and it's gonna be killer.
Well, Maddie, if you're gonna make a guild, it's gonna be a lot of work. But if you follow my step-by-step tutorial, I know for a fact that we can turn you into a true guild master, the envy of your entire server. Are you ready to get started?
You better believe I am.
Well, first we have to thank today's sponsor, so you're gonna wait.
Okay.
Today's video was sponsored by Latex Cosplay Bald Skull Caps. Are you somebody that just hates having hair or just wants to look like your favorite streamer over on Twitch? Well, then look no further than the link in the description.
How did I know this would be a reference to Esselgold? I just saw that freaking cap thingy there and I was like, okay, I know what's coming next. Like, it's kind of like I can already sometimes read Nixxiom and I know what Nixxiom is gonna say next. Like, it's crazy.
Well, then look no further than the link in the description. These latex bald caps are sure to give you the satisfaction that you are looking for at last. The satisfaction of scaring away every female in a 10-mile radius. Get yourself a bald cap today, everybody. Link in the description for those who are ready to take their streaming and YouTube game to the next level. Bald cap cannot guarantee success on twitch.tv or YouTube.
Okay.
So, can we get started on actually making a guild now?
Yeah, we can. Now listen, Maddie, all right? Making a successful guild begins with one simple thing, and that is Chapter 1, defining your guild. Every guild is different, and yours needs to be unique to you as a player and as a leader. What kind of guild do you want to lead, Maddie?
Well, I'm not really sure.
Well, there are...
But that's very important because there are some guilds that are straight into PvP, there are some that are straight into raiding and stuff and on M+ focus. Like, it all depends. We had actually in ESO, for example, I was in a very, very nice guild and this was purely almost a PvP guild. And then I joined even a trading guild and they were all about trading. Yeah, there are such things as well in ESO. And I was in a PvE guild that does like raiding and all this kind of good stuff there, right? So yeah, and in WoW, I'm in a, should I say like all-rounder guild or something? Like they're doing like literally everything. And I think that's also cool to be in a guild that does everything. Maybe they're not perfect in one thing, but they're decent in everything. And I think that's what matters for me because I have a lot of fun being with them. Because if I feel like I want to do keys, I can push for like plus 17, plus 18 or even higher keys, right? I probably won't be able to do like a 25 key or something, but it's alright. A plus 18 is nice too. And I can sometimes do a bit of BGs or something. Like, it's fine. So yeah, you have to make sure what kind of guild you want to be. And by the way, guys, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget, hit that subscribe button for more content. This would really also support the channel.
Well, there are a few different types of guilds that could be made in an MMORPG, and so how about we review all of them together here today?
Yeah, right. Sounds good.
All right.
That's the interesting part.
The Pve Type Guild. Now, I know that you're an eager monk, ready to do battle with your guildies in the open world, in the arenas, and in the battlegrounds. But you gotta be prepared, because unless...
Holy shit, I remember those days in ESO, where we would like make like this kind of group, and you would bomb like other groups. We had like dedicated healers and we had some that had like tons of AoE skills and you would just run somewhere and just bump everyone would just freaking die. Like, those were the good days. Or I had like 1 or 2 friends I would group up with and we all had something that would like really go well with the other group mate. Like, I had one friend that was some sort of tank set up and he could like stun and slow constantly the enemy. And he would also guard me with some skill, so I take less damage. And I would be a glass cannon build, and I would like 2-3 shot others, right? And he would keep me protected, because I also could get 2-3 shot. But thanks to him, I maybe get 5 shot or something. So it was really, really fun, and we killed so many.
Unless you are the highest ranking PvP player on your server, nobody is going to take you or your guild seriously and join.
You're making a guild for world PvP? Oh, I guess arenas are too hard and complicated. You don't even have a ranking, you stupid noob. Why the hell would anybody join this loser guild?
Alright, so maybe PvP isn't really like your thing. But don't worry, the second is the Pve Type Guild, a place for raiding and for dungeons.
The most common
Who doesn't
ones.
love that? Now, if you choose to make this kind of a guild, you are going to be blessed with dealing with dozens of man-children each week, all screaming and causing drama every raid night because they didn't get the imaginary purple-colored pixels in their imaginary inventory in the fantasy video game.
Maddie, how come Mooklock always
Facts.
gets every single thing of gear in the fucking game?
Now, if you decide to create a role-playing guild, prepare to waste countless hours creating an epic background story, direction, and purpose to your
Wow.
guild, only to have it filled with people who are going to use it like a dating website to find women to cyber with in the quiet corners of.
And you know what's interesting? Most of those women are actually dudes. Like, it's really like that. Like I've seen some interviews, and this is like actually legit. And those interviews were done in Final Fantasy XIV, but also in WoW in Goldshire. And there were even role players, and they would offer certain intimate services to other players. And they would like RP as freaking women, but in reality it's a dude actually. And the dude would pretend to be a woman and would like seduce players and stuff. Like, holy shit. Like, when I learned about this, I got a little bit more terrified about Goldshire and stuff. Like, I'm like, oh, who is this person that's like whispering me now and offering me some dance and stuff? Like, that's probably a dude.
Your favorite MMO.
I'm looking for a strong and valiant woman to go on an adventure in the wet wilds of Black Marsh.
No luck so far, huh, Tiger? Well, leveling guilds can be quite a
Wait,
fun idea.
wait, hold up, what was this? I want you for the horde. I love this.
Well, leveling guilds can be quite a fun idea, though. Having people to explore the world with you
I
as
don't
you
like
venture
them very
across
much.
its lands and
Because
zones on
they are
alts.
gone at
The
endgame.
only problem is, in the case of this guild, prepare for an absolutely dead guild chat. Prepare to make absolutely zero friends through your guild, and
They all
ready
leave
for people
eventually.
to join and leave constantly on a whim without a word. It's
Yeah.
really all the fun of having a guild without actually
They're
being
the
in a
worst.
guild.
They're the worst
Now, Maddie,
type.
I know that these four options might sound and might have been a little bit unsatisfying for you. So you're probably thinking in your mind of creating your own unique guild, something that does not fall within these four categories, something nobody has ever seen before. And you know what? That is absolutely adorable. That is amazing. But if your plan is to make a guild about anything else other than these four things in an MMORPG, well,
Not
you're going to
gonna
be the
go
only
anywhere.
person in that guild because everybody is going to think your idea is fucking stupid. Chapter 2, Recruitment.
You know what? I wish this actually still existed. And like, look at this. This is old school world PvP, and I miss this so much. Like, I remember back then, was it like 2006 or so, this was still a thing. Like, you could walk around somewhere, like the Barrens, for example, and even at Shara and like other areas. Like, I remember this. Oh, and yeah, Elwyn Forest. I remember now. Yeah, so I was like with a friend, and we were like together, and we actually decided to go to the Elwyn Forest. And we were on Horde. And I was on a warlock. This was like really interesting. And then we went to the Elwyn Forest and we were like looking for like players and stuff. And then we would attack them or be attacked. Oh, I remember those good old days. And then what they would do, because we went there and it was just two of us, they would in zone chat or somewhere write, hey, there are two players, please come and kill them. And then you would get like zerged down and you would be jumped by 10 plus players and stuff. Or NPC guards sometimes would be accidentally pulled and we messed up and we died and had to walk a long way. And but it was fun. I miss those days.
You're going to be the only person in that guild because everybody is going to think your idea is fucking stupid. Chapter 2, Recruitment. Alright, so we've determined what kind of guild we want to lead, and now it is time to start recruiting members. And there's one surefire way to get people to join into your newly formed order of honor and glory. And that is, you guessed it, begging in your local city trade chat.
Begging? I
Begging?
don't want to beg.
Maddie, you're gonna do exactly what the rest of us have had to do at one point in our lives. You're gonna beg for members and you're gonna like it.
As you beg in your local trade chat and city, you are most likely going to be called an annoying piece of shit, but you won't care, because through your wailing and whining for members, you will manage to find at least a small handful who are willing to join your guild, because...
But this is really the toughest part. Like, I started once in ESO my own guild, and it was really, really tough finding people. And you know why? Because my guild was small. Sometimes people would ask me, how many are in your guild? And if I would say something like, we are now 15 people or something, for example, they'd be like, what? Just 15? Sorry, I'm not interested. So you need to have a certain amount of people. If you have, let's say, 50 or 60 guild members, then you have like more chances if you're on 50 than if you're, let's say, 20 members only. So you need to reach a certain amount of people to be even relevant and matter to people that they consider joining, right? So yeah, this is the toughest part, coming up as a guild.
who are willing to join your guild because they're bored or something. They won't be the best players or the brightest, but damn it, they're your guild members.
Yeah.
Get your friends to join too
friends.
while you're at it. If you have friends. But just don't turn your back on those trade chat guild members for too long or... Oh, yeah, they just left. Oh, and look,
Yeah, keep them-
your friends.
keep them
They just
entertained.
left your guild too because they want to join a better guild.
A bigger
But
one.
hey, they said no hard feelings in guild chat before they left, so it's cool, right, Maddie? Yeah. Beg in trade chat until your roster begins to fill. Beg on the game forums, on your Twitch streams, even spam new players who have just made brand new level 1 characters and ask them to join your guild, only to end up on a ton of people's ignore lists.
Or have inactive members, because the thing is about those, you have a lot of them in WoW, they make alts and sometimes they don't main or play them anymore. Like they they reach max level and then a new patch comes and they get back to their old character or something. Like I've seen this a lot too in some guilds.
And now that we finally have a couple of members, it's time to move on to the good stuff. Chapter 3, Special Events. You can't just ask people to join your guild and give them absolutely nothing to do. I mean, come on. People need events to participate in if they're in a guild. Opportunities to meet their fellow guild members, make friends, and enjoy the MMO in ways they've never thought possible.
If you have housing, this
Your
is cool.
responsibility, Mr. New Guild Leader, to provide them with these opportunities. So, Maddie, you got any ideas for events
the
based
heck?
on the guild type that we've made?
Oh, hell yeah. I spent all night thinking of a few. I can't wait for the guys to see what I come up with.
All right, well, just remember, make it interesting, make it fun, maybe even offer, I don't know, like a golden incentive for coming, if you know what I mean. Tell people frequently about the event in guild chat, remind your members in whispers, and even set the event on your guild calendar.
In WoW we have those events in the guild where we go for like old raids to farm certain... Yeah, we're doing transmog runs and mount runs. And in Final Fantasy XIV we have house parties at the FC's home, like the house. That's also cool. So yeah, I think that's very important. Also for people inside the guild to get to know each other and stuff.
This is it, Mr. New Guild Leader. Are you ready?
You better believe I am. Wait, where
Wait,
the
what?
hell is everyone?
Nobody
Well, you
showed
see,
up.
that's the best part about being a guild leader and planning events. You see, nobody is going to show up to your stupid events. None of them.
Unless
And
it's a
when
cool
you ask
one.
why, they're going to have some stupid reason as to why they didn't. They'll probably even leave the guild the morning of the event while you're offline, just to make sure you don't ask them to attend.
Man, being a guild leader sucks ass so far.
Well, Maddie, that's just because you haven't reached step 4 yet. The most important step of them all. Chapter 4, Building a Community.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't want people leaving our newly formed guild after we've just spent
So play with
hours
them from the
begging
beginning.
to find members, okay? It sucks, all right? And we certainly want people to participate in these fun and cool event ideas, yeah? But in order to make people stay and truly participate in what we've created, we need to build a community around.
I give you guys a little advice. This is for World of Warcraft, for retail. So if you start a guild in retail, there's one thing you can do if you do get members to make them stay. But this only goes for max level players. Every day, spam the guild chat, wanna do keys, and then offer keys if you have any keys. And if you end up doing keys with your guild members, even though you don't have many, Like, they know you and they connect and bond with you because you actually actively play with them. You could also do this with transmog and mount runs. That also works, especially if you have like some players that are not max level or some that are max level but their item level is low, right? Like, do this, do alt raids for transmogs and mounts, or do Mythic Plus runs and just spam guild chat every day. Like, every 10-20 minutes you write something like that, for example. Like, hey, wanna do this, and then later you write this again if nobody answers. And if you get people to join you, they're more likely to actually stay because they played with you a couple of times. So they have some connection, right?
Our guild.
Ah, I see.
So start by making a community Discord. Put a link in the
That's
description
also
of your guild
helpful.
info. Most likely nobody's going to join it though. But when somebody does join, however, for whatever reason, message them constantly. Ask to speak to them in voice chat and do your absolute best to be their internet friend.
Hey man, how's it going? Thanks for joining my guild. You want to do some dungeons together this evening?
He's falling asleep almost.
Eventually, you will realize that the community you have built is absolute trash, and that the majority of people in it are miserable wrecks. One guy will even tell you all about how they left the
Aren't we all?
refrigerator running one day, forgot their mother was in the oven, and how their dog died of anal cancer and now his sister is pregnant. Afterwards, just distance yourself from the Discord,
the heck?
from your guild, and silently disband the thing when all 6 of your members are offline at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Disband the guild? I just made this fucking thing, and now you have to put all this fucking work throughout this video.
It's not
You
easy
want
at
me
the
to give up?
beginning.
Oh my god, Maddie, no! We just have to move on to step 5. The final thing that you need to understand about being a true guild leader. Chapter 5. Here we go.
Here we go again.
That's right, Maddie. Despite following this well laid out guide, your guild is almost 99% sure to fail. But that's okay, because despite the fact that the tremendous majority of guild leaders fail,
At least you tried.
You are different. You do not quit, and so you will try again. Get a new guild charter, beg for more signatures, you'll return to begging in trade chat for members, making events that nobody will attend, and trying to make a community that'll ultimately scare you off. Then you can just do it again.
What also helps is find something like co-leaders, like you can call them officers basically, or generals, whatever title you want to give them. Like, there are people that can sort of like run your guild and do stuff for your guild and events even when you are offline. Like, find 1 or 2 co-leaders. Like, this will also help the guild a lot, especially those you often played with and you trust.
And again until something different happens. You know? Something magical.
If I'm likely to fail this damn much, why even fucking bother?
Because there's a slim, tiny, insignificant, minuscule chance that you will create a super successful, fun, and interesting guild that the entire
It's
server
possible.
will know you for. And how cool is that? But most likely you won't, and you'll just end
So
up
many
joining
gnomes.
somebody else's guild who you'll let handle all the bullshit that you can't be bothered with. You know how it is. And that is what making a guild and being a true guild leader is all about in an MMORPG.
Facts.
Sweet Jesus, screw it! I'm just going to be a solo LFR raider like everyone else.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
before you go and be miserable, can you tell everybody to like the video to help with the YouTube algorithm?
I would like
Yeah,
the video.
sure. Like the video, fuckheads. You happy?
Thanks, Maddie. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.
Why are we
and
at
for
the
all of
orphanage
you
now?
aspiring guild leaders out there, good luck. I know that you have it in you to create something magical.
Wow.
Maybe. Whether it be
Let's
in
hope.
World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, Star Wars Galaxies, Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy, or otherwise, the opportunity to build a new community awaits you, weary traveler. But the question is, will you answer the call and become the guild master of tomorrow?
That was interesting. Let me like this video. And yeah, like, it's a lot of responsibility, and I feel like you need so much time if you're a guild leader, and you must really play the game non-stop if you want to have success. Because maybe every day, depending on how well things go, maybe you only get 2-3 members or less, and you need to have a certain amount of members. I would say, like, the only time, at least in WoW, when a guild gets like sort of like stable is if you have reached at least 70 or 80 members. Yeah, like 80, let's say 80. Once you've reached the amount of members 80, your guild is pretty stable, but this takes a while to get 80 people to join. And from the 80 people, at least 10-15% needs to be active, and some people need to also be interested in seeing the guild grow. Like I said, you need some sort of office or some like co-leaders or something, right? Because once if you don't play for a day or you're gone for, let's say, a week or two because you're on vacation, like you need other people to also manage some stuff for you, right? Like assistance. That's important, I think. Like every good guild I was ever in, or am still in, they have those kind of people that actually help the leader out, or that recruit in addition. So yeah, like that's very important. And make a goal. Like you need a goal for the guild. Like what is your goal? For example, you have a raiding guild. Your goal is to clear all mythic, let's say, raids, or at least everything on heroic. Like make some sort of goal for the guild, because if people know you have a goal, like they're more motivated because they also want to strive for that. Same with like PvP guilds. You can make the goal to be really, really high in rank and stuff, and to have like more wins than defeats and stuff. Like it's gonna work out eventually. Just spend some time, be patient, and find some good people that help you also manage stuff, because you're not gonna be online 24/7. And sometimes when you're offline, some guild members come online, they play, and if there's no action within the guild going on, you guys don't do mythic plus keys, you don't do anything together, they're gonna leave eventually. So make sure there's always some type of activity, even if those are just transmog or mount runs. I think that's most important. And yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. This will also help with the YouTube algorithm. I wish everyone a wonderful day. I will see you guys in the next video.